What's up guys, welcome to a new episode of Call of Duty Face Off. Before we jump into today's featured video, if you guys want to check out the two videos that are on the screen right now, the one on the left, the newest episode of Call of Duty Face Off on Yaush Reloaded. If you guys want to check that out, go ahead and click it on there. And then the one on the right is the newest episode apart from this one on my channel. If you click on the annotations, it will take you straight to the video in a different tab so you don't have to miss this video. Also, if there is no annotation on the screen for either one of the videos, it's because the video is not up yet, but once it is up, the annotation should be on the screen. Now that we got that out of the way, let's jump into today's featured video on Call of Duty Face Off. The Vector has the highest rate of fire and the lowest recoil of any SMG in the game. The Vector deals the lowest damage per shot than any other weapon found in game as well. The Vector is generally considered to be one of the easiest SMGs to use at long range given its low recoil despite its SMG status. It excels in more open maps where medium to long range combat is required. The Vector combines the long range accuracy of an assault rifle with the high mobility, fire rate, and hit accuracy of an SMG, blurring the line between the two weapon types. The Vector returns in Black Ops 2 in the version of the Vector K10. It is very similar to the Vector from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 since it shares the same animations and uses similar models. The only notable difference are that the Vector K10 now holds 36 rounds rather than the original 30, and the foregrip is now missing without the specific attachment, whereas in Modern Warfare 2 it was added by default. The Vector K10 is a very balanced submachine gun, potent at close range but suffering outside of the CQC due to its poor range and damage. The damage is lower than the PDW or the MSMC, so shot placement is key in order to compensate for the lower time to kill. It is tied with the Chicom for the lowest recoil of any SMG with a fire rate above 750 rounds per minute. The recoil is relatively manageable and dependably controllable at close ranges. Despite this, the vertical recoil makes landing the required number of shots to kill at longer ranges more difficult, although the high center speed allows the Vector to nonetheless remain usable when burst fired. The Vector from Black Ops 2 shot a lot slower than its Modern Warfare 2 counterpart, but also had more damage. Will this increased damage help the Vector from Black Ops 2 pull out ahead, or will its slower rate of fire actually impede it from pulling out the win? We're going to find out today in Call of Duty Face Off. The Vector from Modern Warfare 2 had decent statistics and some that were just incredibly high. It had an average magazine size for an SMG of 30, which is actually a little bit lower than most of the SMGs in Modern Warfare 2. It did 25 to 20 damage, so it didn't have a steep drop off in damage, but it also was a lot lower than most of the SMGs in Modern Warfare 2. Because of this, the Vector from Modern Warfare 2 was a 4 to 5 shot kill weapon. It did try to have a little bit of a compensation since it did have a 1.4 headshot multiplier, allowing it to kind of cut down that 4 to 5 range down to a little bit of a 3 to 5. The key point here, and the thing that a lot of people really liked about the Vector from Modern Warfare 2, was the fact that it actually shot at 1,111 rounds per minute, the highest of any SMG in Modern Warfare 2. And on top of that, even though it did have this incredibly insane high rate of fire, it had very low recoil, which is one of the things that a lot of people enjoyed from the Vector in Modern Warfare 2. The Vector from Black Ops 2 took a little bit of a different approach. It actually had a above average magazine size of 36 rounds per magazine and also did more damage than the Vector from Modern Warfare 2, dealing 33 at its max but dropping all the way down to 18 at its minimum, a steeper drop off than the Modern Warfare 2 counterpart. It also was a 4 to 6 shot kill weapon because of that lower end damage. On top of that, the Vector only had a 1.1 times headshot multiplier, which basically rendered going for the head useless. The Vector from Black Ops 2 shot at 900 rounds per minute. Now, although this is higher than most SMGs in Black Ops 2, it's a lot lower than that of the firing rate from the Vector from Modern Warfare 2, shooting at almost 211 rounds per minute slower than its Modern Warfare 2 counterpart. On top of that, even though it did have a slower rate of fire, it did have a higher recoil than the Vector from Modern Warfare 2, which was a little strange. So which one of these two Vectors was the best one? Leave a comment down below with your opinion on which one you thought was better. You could say statistically one was better, or maybe you just thought that one felt better than the other. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts on the subject, and it'll be interesting to see how many of you think that one might be better than the other and for what reasons. So anyways, which one of these two Vectors was the best? Well, it was actually the Vector from Modern Warfare 2. The Vector for Modern Warfare 2 shot a lot faster, had low recoil, and even though it did do less damage than the Black Ops 2 counterpart, it still was a 4 to 5 shot kill weapon, as opposed to the Black Ops 2 version, which was a 4 to 6 shot kill weapon because of that extreme drop off in damage. Anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Call of Duty Face Off. If you did, remember to slap a like on this video, and if you really enjoyed it, put a favorite on this video as well. And if you guys want to check out more episodes and you guys want to check out more dissections and comparisons from any Call of Duty really, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/OGXrays. Also, the last thing guys, remember to leave a comment down below with any guns you guys want me to compare from any Call of Duty. It can be a gun, it can be a RPG, it can really be anything, a secondary launcher, even perks, or even score streaks / skill streaks. So leave a comment down below with your thoughts on what you guys want to see next. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Call of Duty Face Off. I'm X-Rays, I'm out. Peace.